Hello everyone and welcome once again to Crocheting in Style Studio. My name is Faith, and in our today's tutorial we are going to learn how to make baby pants, a newborn baby pant. It's very easy, and what we need in that project, we need yarn. I'll be using two contrasting colors, that is color white and color black. And the yarn I'm using is Robin, which is 100% acrylic. It's a 50 gram. We also need a crochet hook. This is a 2.5 millimeter hook and a pair of scissors. So get your things ready and let's get started. We will begin with this color white. So to begin, you're going to make a slip knot and make a chain that is 17 inches long. And also make sure that your chain is in multiples of 4. So go ahead and make a chain that is 17 inches. That's the hip measurement of a newborn. So continue making your chains until you reach 17 inches long, and then I'll tell you what to do next from there. So here I've made my 17 inches long chains. So from here you're going to chain up 3 and make sure your chains are in multiples of 4, as I told you earlier. So chain up 3, 1, 2 and 3. This chain 3 does not count as a stitch, and then you yarn over and make your first double crochet stitch where you had put your finger. So that's the fourth chain away from the hook. Make a double crochet stitch. So this is our first double crochet stitch. So continue making your double crochet stitches to the other end. So let's meet in the other end. Just plain double crochet stitches. Our last double crochet stitch. Then from there, make sure it does not twist. You don't twist it. Fold it like this. Insert your hook and make a slip stitch in the first stitch of the other end. Here, a slip stitch. So chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Skip the first one and then into the second, make a double crochet stitch. Make another double crochet stitch in the next stitch. Place another double crochet in the other stitch. So we have 3 double crochet stitches. Yarn over, insert your hook into the first stitch which we had left. You pull the yarn. You'll be having 3 loops. Yarn over. Again, yarn over. You skip the first stitch into the second, double crochet stitch into the third, double crochet stitch, and into the fourth, another double crochet stitch. And therefore yarn over into the first where we had not put any stitch. Make a half double crochet stitch, but make sure you pull it like that. So this is what we'll be doing. Skip this into the next, place your double crochet stitch, another into the next, and another one, therefore from there yarn over where we had not put any stitch, make a half double crochet stitch. So this is what we'll be doing. So continue placing your 3 double crochet stitches, and the last one should be a half double crochet stitch, and it should be crossing like this. So continue doing this. If you've not understood, you can rewind the video and then you'll get to know how to come up with this. By the way, it's just a repetition of this one row, so it's very easy. But let's meet in our last stitch. So let's do the last cluster together. So you skip this stitch into the next double crochet stitch, another double crochet stitch, and the last double crochet stitch, and to the first that we skipped, make a half double crochet stitch, half crochet stitch, sorry. And then we are done with our second row, but it's our first row, our first cluster row. So to finish our row, we need to place one slip stitch here. Place your slip stitch like that, then chain up 3, and then skip this into the next, a double crochet stitch, another one, and another one, therefore half double crochet stitch like that. So this is what we'll be doing. So continue doing like this until you reach like 5 inches, I guess, 5 inches long, until this measures, no sorry, like 6 inches long. And therefore I'll tell you what we'll be doing next. So I've made 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 rows of this stitch, maybe called it clusters, whichever. So this is stretching to 5, which is okay. Now to make it 6 inches or 6.5, we will make our waistline, but I'll show you later how to come up with that. But as for now, we need to divide it into 2. So I've already done that off the camera to determine the middle, the center of them both, and then now from there I remove the stitch marker, my stitch marker, improvised stitch marker, and then make a slip stitch and then chain 1. So this is how we part it. Now from here we are going to deal with one side first, but yeah, need not to cut the yarn. So we'll just continue with our pattern. We'll continue with our pattern. So this is 1, 2 and 3. So you're going to skip this and into the next make your double crochet stitch, another one, and another one, and therefore we make a half double crochet stitch. Yes, like that. So this is how we'll be doing. To skip this into the next, place your first double crochet stitch, your second, and the third. So for the one we left in this other side, we make a half double crochet stitch. So this is how to go about it. So continue doing that, and I'll meet you right here. I'll show you how to do it. Do our last cluster together. As usual, you skip the first one into the second. You place your first double crochet stitch into the next, your second double crochet stitch, and into the last one double crochet stitch, and yarn over into the first stitch where we had not placed any stitch. You make a half double crochet stitch. So we are done with our first row. So finish your work with making a slip stitch to join. So chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. You skip the first one into the next. So we are in our row 2, and it's just a repetition of what we've been doing. So I'll leave you guys, you continue crocheting. If you feel confused, or if maybe you have not understood, you can just feel free to rewind the video, and then I think you'll catch up, because it's a very simple stitch to make. So this is what you'll be doing all through. So continue doing this. I'll tell you how many rows we are going to make of this. So I'll do this leg and the other. So I'll meet you in the end. I'll show you how to do the finishing part, where we'll be using now color black. We'll change our yarn into black, and then now I'll show you how to do it, how to make that. I made 10 rows and then did the finishing. So I'll show you how I came up with that. So here we have 8 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the 9th row, we're going to make some decreases. So you'll chain up 3, place your first double crochet in the first previous double crochet stitch, another one. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So after these 8 double crochet stitches, you're going to skip one stitch. So you're going to skip this stitch, and into the next you make another 8 double crochet stitches, and then you skip one stitch like that all round. So continue We are in number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. Skip one into the next, continue with our double crochet stitches. So this is it. Continue making your stitches. So we are in number 3, so continue like that. Number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, 8. Then we skip one into the next, another double crochet stitch. So continue until you reach here. Continue, and then I'll meet you here. I'll show you how we are going to change color, because you're going to use the other color now. So our last double crochet stitch, yarn over, insert hook. You'll have 3 hooks, 3 loops on your hook, and then you have to leave it like this, and then you take the other color. In our case is color black, but you can feel free and use any color, any contrasting color. So yarn over like that to finish up. The yarn, the excess yarn. Okay, now from here make a slip stitch in our first double crochet stitch, which is this one here. Make a slip stitch, chain 3, 1 2 and 3. So we are going to make, as you can see here, these are front post double crochet stitch and back, front and back double crochet stitches. So this is how it's done. Yarn over, insert your hook into this post here. You see how I've inserted my hook. Insert your hook like this in order to pick this post, then you do a normal double crochet stitch. So this is a front post double crochet stitch. So the next one we are going to make a back post. So yarn over, and then inside here you're going to take it in this other side, as you can see. And then yarn over, you have 3 loops in your hook. Yarn over, you have 2, yarn over, remaining with 1. So this is what we'll be doing. We'll be making 4 rows of this front and back post double crochet stitch. So front, yarn over to the back, yarn over, thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate. Thank you very much. I like the way you're supporting me by subscribing to my channel. There's a lot more for you, so please continue watching my tutorials, and if maybe it's your first time in this channel, you're most welcome, and don't forget to subscribe. I highly appreciate how you're so supportive. So this is what we'll be doing all through. Maybe I should stop recording and then we'll meet. So you'll continue just doing like this. The first one, you put it in the front. The first post, you put it in the front like that. And the other one, make sure it's inside or in the back. Yes, like that. So continue, and then I'll show you what to do when you reach here. So we are going to finish our row with a slip stitch in this first double crochet stitch. In this first front double crochet post double crochet stitch. So make a slip stitch, chain up 3 as usual, and therefore this front post double crochet stitch is going to get another front post double crochet stitch. The back is going to get a back post double crochet stitch. Front, back, front, back, we are going to repeat this up to 4 rows. Here I made 4 rows of front and back post double crochet stitch. So likewise do the same in this other side, and therefore after finishing you make a slip stitch and then cut your yarn. We'll weave in the ends later. And then in this other side, the top side, I'm going to make like 6 rows of front and back post double crochet stitches, 6 rows, and therefore I'll show you the outcome. See how the stitch looks, so lovely. It's even confusing. Somebody cannot notice it's crocheting. Yeah. So I'll show you the finished product of this. Otherwise, thank you very much, and yeah, enjoy crocheting. Crocheting is fun. You can do this to earn something, to get something, to get an income. So it's so nice. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. Also, feel free to leave your comments. Yeah, so with that, let's meet in our another tutorial. Bye.